back to that Christmas Eve so long ago when nothing in our little home seemed wrong and nothing in the world outside seemed right.
But we don't have Father, and probably won't for some time. Who can say how long the war will last?
Many families in the north and south will be missing their men this year.
The army's having a dreadful winter. Supplies are scarce. Mommy's right when she says we shouldn't buy presents for each other. We have to make sacrifices too.
I don't want to miss the sacrifices. But I am tired of making these dresses year after year.
It's not fair that some girls have plenty of lovely clothes. Other girls are weird, and nothing at all. You don't go to school with perfect girls who leave your father just because he's poor.
Label. You mean libel, say so. And stop talking about labels as if Papa was a pickle jar.
I know what you mean, and you need to be satirical about it. It's proper to use good words and improve your vocabulary.
Vocabulary. Ain't we proper?
Don't, Joe. It's so boyish.
That's why I do it.
I hate being with the moonlit girls.
And I hate affected little chicks.
Birds in their little nests agree.
Really now, you're both to blame. Amy, your current ways are funny now, but you'll grow to be an affectionate little goose if you aren't careful. As for you, Joel, it's time to stop your boyish tricks. You turn up your head out, and you should remember, you're a young lady.
I ain't. And if turning out my hair makes me one, I'll wear it in 2 tails till I'm 20. How would I grow up and be Miss March? I won't wear long gowns and be as prim as a porcelain doll. Oh, just can't get over my disappointment not being a boy. Look at me, dying to go out and fight in the war with Father. All I can do is sit here and knit like some poky old woman.
Poor Joe.
Oh, I don't want your penny. Because one day, I'll be a famous writer and make a fortune selling books. Then, I'll live and behave exactly as I please. And Amy, you'll have dozens of dresses with satin and lace. And then, you'll have plenty of handsome bones to dance with. And a beautiful new piano for my Becky.
I should like that.
So no more quarreling, and let's get to work on the play. Beth, play something gruesome for us. Amy, I've written a new scene. It's wonderful.
Oh no.
It's very simple. All you have to do is shout, Rodrigo, Rodrigo, save me, save me, and then faint.
Rodrigo, Rodrigo, save me. That boy's all black and blue. Tell me about the baby. And besides, tell me about my crush, my gold paper jewelry and crown.
You don't have any jewelry, and you certainly don't have a paper crown.
Well, why not? I'm a princess, am I not?
But you think you're the serving girl for Beth, hang on a witch.
A always knows she's a princess.
Well, you don't. Now, places everybody. I, Hugo the villain, enter with your invitations. And you shout to Rodri.
I'm not going to take my father.
Well, she is, but I told you dozens of times. You haven't the slightest idea who you are until the end of Act 5.
Was that enough?
Of course.
Then I want to know too. Why should I always be the ignorant one?
Because if you know who you are, then it's over.
Well, it's too long anyway.
Oh, Amy, just do the scene. Besides, it's not polite to crack me off.
Yes, and Joe's a regular Shakespeare.
Well, it's nothing really. All right, places are open. Are you ready? I, Hugo the villain, enter. Aha! I move closer. Aha! Come and get your tea, girls.
Can you have coffee, Morgan?
Because it's scarce and dear. Ships are needed in time of war. They've got no time to go off to Brazil and bring back coffee to Miss Amy March. And some folks got nothing better to do with their time than to pry in other people's business.
Who is it, Hannah?
That's Lawrence boy.
What Lawrence boy?
Mr. Lawrence's grandson. He's come to live with him.
I didn't know the old boss Pop had a grandson.
He just arrived last week, and from what I've heard, he sounds like a fine one.
Why? What's he done?
Well, besides running away from school,
That's the bravest thing I've ever heard.
he was found in an army registration office. He had lied about his age and tried to join up. Can you imagine?
I certainly can. I should like to do the same thing myself.
Fine soldier you make.
Joe! Oh, Joe! What? If our private property, I can look out as much as I like.
You're as bad as he is.
Here he is!
Amy, back. Stand back from the window.
I'm certainly glad he is a boy. I'd like to get to know a boy and have some fun for a change.
Don't say such things.
I wonder how I could get to know him. I know. Our cat can get lost and he can bring it back.
That doesn't sound very romantic.
Who said anything about romance? Yoo-hoo! Hello? Hello?
Joe, you're disgracing us.
Hello? Hello? Oh, that wretched boy. He waved back.
Perhaps now we can draw the curtains and we can finish rehearsing the play.
I suppose. All right. Where were we?
I do you know save me.
Okay. Well, perhaps if you could try it a bit more like that, or more like that. Oh, it's no use. Just do your best when the time comes, and if the audience boos, don't blame me.
It's nice to find you all so merry.
Hi.
How's your day?
You didn't come home for dinner, Martin.
We were worried about you.
Has anyone called back?
Not today, Mommy. Here. Put these on. They're nice and warm. Thank you, Becky.
Joe, dear, you look tired to death.
Oh, I'm all right.
Did you see Aunt March today?
Not yet, Marmy. How was work with the Ladies Army Aid Auxiliary today?
We're so short of blankets, we're to start cutting up carpets and send to the men.
I wouldn't mind sleeping in their carpet if I could join up.
Oh, Joe.
How's your cold, Meg?
How did we go, Martin?
Did you see Mrs. King today?
Yes, Randy. $4 a week. Can you imagine? The house is so lovely and the children are so sweet. It won't be like work at all.
I'm so proud of you, dear. Thank you, baby. Joe, here, dear, touch my gloves. I've got a surprise for you.
Surprise for Joe.
Well, for all of you, really.
A letter from Father!
Father!
Sent you all a little Christmas message. Now, who could that be?
From the sound of the pounding, I'd say Aunt March.
Yes, there's her sleigh. I know I like that sleigh. I don't have to walk everywhere. Good evening, Aunt March.
Good evening. I should say not, miss. I should say not. It's freezing cold, the dead of winter, and you didn't even shovel a proper walk to your front door. I might have slipped and broken my who knows what. Well, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Aunt March.
So nice of you to visit us tonight.
Yes, come in and sit by the fire.
And you know, I have a fire at my home, where I should be this minute. I just stopped by to give you these. Margaret.
Thank you, Aunt March.
Amy. Elizabeth. Where is that girl? Elizabeth. Ah! Pity's sake, child, stop skulking about. I don't like people sneaking around. Come out into the open, I always say.
Thank you, Aunt March.
Far be it from me to complain, but when I was a girl, I used to make a special point of going to my aunts' homes to wish them a Merry Christmas, not the other way around. I didn't force them to leave the comfort of their sitting rooms and travel halfway around town to come visit me.
The girls,
See the juice bin? Oh.
the girls and I have been planning to visit you tomorrow, Becky.
Tomorrow? Well, we never know if there'll be a tomorrow, now do we? Have you heard from that foolish father of yours waltzing off to war and leaving his family to the care of others? Doesn't he know that President Lincoln needs fighters to win this war and not washed out old creatures like himself?
We're very proud of Father, and you should be too.
Joe.
And we don't need anyone to take care of us either.
My, aren't we hoity-toity?
Some tea, Aunt March?
Thank you, no. If your father had listened to me, you'd all be far better off today. I begged him not to invest his money with that swindler. I took one look at him and knew he'd swipe the pennies off a dead man's eyes. But your father thinks he sees goodness in every shiftless ne'er-do-well he shakes hands with.
Well, there's no point in telling the
Besides, it was our money that got lost. It's got nothing to do with you.
Don't get impertinent with me, Missy. It's no use talking to you, Josephine March. You're as pig-headed as your father, and you've as much common sense as a silly cow. It's no use talking to the lot of you. Nobody listens to my good advice, just like talking to a flock of geese. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Aunt March.
Aunt March, wait.
How do you plan to try my impertinence now, Josephine?
It's just that I'm sorry for my outburst, and I'm willing to stay at Hatchet if you are.
Amy, where are you going?
We're just saying to March.
Amy.
So, Aunt March, if the position is still open, I'd like to be your personal companion.
You certainly are trying. Still, I suppose the devil you know is better than the devil you don't. You can come around the house after the holidays if it suits you.
Thank you, Aunt March. You won't be sorry.
Merry Christmas, Joseph.
Merry Christmas.
Well, it's settled then.
What is?
I'm Aunt March's new paid companion.
Oh.
I'll read her books, keep her company, and make pleasant conversation.
Pleasant conversation.
When do you begin, dear?
After the holidays.
Will you bring our envelopes now, Mommy?
Yes, Amy.
Oh my! $1! Look! How plummy. I can buy a new book. Maybe The Black Avengers.
How lovely bonnet with ribbons and lace and a long feather.
I can get her some drawing pencils and a sketch pad.
And what will you buy, Becky?
I would like some sheet music. Are you going to school now, Mommy?
All right, girls.
But what about Father?
Yes. First, our letter from Father.
To my loving wife, give my girls a kiss and tell them that I think of them by day and pray for them by night and find my best comfort in their affections at all times. I know they will remember all I've said and will be loving children to you and work diligently so that these hard times may not be wasted. I know they will fight their bosom enemies bravely and conquer themselves so beautifully that when I come back to them, I may be fonder and prouder than ever of my little woman. Ma'am? Yes, Hannah? Sorry to disturb you, ma'am, but it's a message from Mrs. Hummel. Wants to know if you can come right away. Of course, Hannah. Amy, will you get my shoes?
It's awfully late. Almost 11.
Don't wait up for me. I might be late.
Yes, Mommy.
Be careful. Thanks. And don't stay up too late.
Yes. We'll wait for breakfast on cricket tomorrow morning.
Good night, my children.
Good night, Marmee. Marmee ought to have any pair of slippers. I can make do with the music that I have.
No, I'm a man of the house, so Papa's gone. I'll provide the slippers.
Beth found it first.
Well then, I'll get her a pair of new shoes.
Gloves. A nice fine pair of gloves. Maybe kid.
I'll get a bar of cologne. A small book. That would cost much next to rubber pencils. But Joe, won't the store be closed by now?
Then we'll storm the Citadel. They'll have to open for us. Come on!
Christmas was a time for presents once more, presents for our Marmee. Christmas Eve was a flurry of excitement, and we could hardly rest until Christmas morn, when we would share our special gifts.
Christopher Columbus!
Candy pies and popovers and fresh coffee.
And everything!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Nana. Merry Christmas, Nana. The table looks beautiful, Nana.
Heavens, don't you know what all the fuss is about? I remember back when I would picture you folks at breakfast like this every morning.
You must have been enormously rich. How will they dress me all that money?
In diapers.
Isn't Marmee up yet?
Oh yes, up and out.
On Christmas morning? Where is she?
At the Hummels. Poor Mrs. Hummel delivered her baby early this morning.
The Hummels had another baby.
Oh yes, one baby after another. 6 children, half frozen, huddled in one bed with no fire. All skin and bones they are. See, your mother took for breakfast over there. Now I believe in charity to the next person, but we haven't got anything to spare.
Did you see her present?
Oh yes, and right pleased with them she was. Now, she said for you to have your breakfast and then to go straight to church. She'll meet you there. Thank you, Auntie. What's the matter, Beth?
I'm not hungry anymore.
Beth, dear, people are starving everywhere, all over the world. If you let that trouble you, you'll never eat again.
I try not to think about it.
Well, we don't know those people, but we do know the Hummels. We passed their house on the way to church.
What do you say? Joe, I'm here with reference to the Hummels, are you? You would do anything like that, wouldn't you?
I could.
So could I.
Well, it's all or none.
Don't suppose necklace is an option. All right, guys, it's just our secret vote.
No, Amy.
All in favor say aye. Aye.
Fine, aye.
Good. It's settled then. Everybody bundle up. not church, Hannah, with just one stop along the way.
It's my whole breakfast off to the Hummelston.
The whole breakfast, Hannah.
Well, I suppose I could spare a quarter wood too.
Oh, Hannah, you're an angel.
Amy! Oh, give me that. You take the milk, I'll take the popovers.
No, I can manage quite perfectly.
I'm sure you can, which is why I'm taking the milk. We want to have something left for the Hummels. Can you... Oh, Amy.
Excuse me, miss. I believe you dropped this.
Thank you.
Come along, Josephine.
Say, you're that Lawrence boy, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Theodore Lawrence. And this is my tutor, John Brooke.
Well, how do you do?
How do you do?
And how do you do?
How do you do?
I'm Joan March, this is Meg, and the other three up the road are Amy, Beth, and Hannah. Merry Christmas to you both.
And Merry Christmas to
Merry
you.
Christmas.
We've heard all about you, how you ran away from school and tried to join up. I think it's just plumbing.
Josephine, we should be going now.
I've seen you watching us from your window.
Well, I didn't mean to be rude, but it's so dull at grandmother's. Dull as a tomb, to be frank. And your house looks always so fun and interesting. You and your sisters and your mother.
Where's your mother?
She died in Europe shortly after my father's death.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I give you leave to watch us whenever you like. And come over and enjoy the picture if you feel like it.
Oh, I couldn't. Grandfather would say I was imposing.
Bilgewater. Theodore Lawrence, you are officially invited to call the march home whenever you please.
Thank you, I will.
Josephine, we really should be going now.
Honestly, Meg. All right, let's go. Goodbye.
For now.
For now.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Miss March.
Really, well, we'll get through this now. Stop talking the street like that without being even properly introduced.
Oh, I don't care, and I bet they won't either. Besides, you certainly weren't very polite. You're being as prissy as Amy. Wouldn't have hurt you to say hello.
Not after the way that man stared at me.
What man? Oh, Mr. Brooke? I hadn't noticed. Oh, look. What?
He's still looking.
Well, I don't care, and I bet they don't either. Goodbye! Bye! so ended the first brief encounter with one who had become one of the truest friends our little family would ever know. But as winter began to melt away into spring, I wondered if my invitation to call on us would ever be taken up by young Mr. Lawrence.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Theodore Lawrence, calling Mr. Josephine March.
Joe, you've got company. Right this way. Mr. Lawrence.
Hello, Theodore.
Please, call me Lauren. Everyone else does.
All right, Laura then. Won't you have a seat?
I expect you'll be wanting some tea.
Thank you, Hannah. That would be lovely.
Just as I thought.
So, do tell me all about yourself before you arrived here in Concord, Mr. Lorry.
Well, I used to live there.
Europe? How exciting! I'm going there, you know.
Really? When?
Oh, well, I don't know really. But my Aunt March, what a crotchety old thing she is, has rheumatism. And did I tell you I witnessed her pagan pain? Anyway, the doctor said the baths in Europe might do her some good. Did you go to the baths? For rheumatism, I mean.
I don't have rheumatism.
Well, of course not. Neither do I. But I figured they couldn't do you any harm. What do you think?
Well,
Here we are.
Thank you, Hannah.
This one will top the ear. This one will top the ear. Stock of corn given half the chance.
oh, I don't mind. I like talking.
For your sake, I hope so. Enjoy. Call if you need anything.
Anyway, I really want to go to Europe for my writing. Travel is so important for a writer. What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
Anyway, how are you getting along with your grandfather?
Okay, I suppose. It's just that.
I know. Should have seen him before he got here.
Really? Isn't he a holy terror?
You ought to meet my Aunt March. Slice of cake?
Please. It looks almost too good.
Meg made it.
Is she yours? Brooke and I were wondering.
Why should he wonder about her?
He's all taken with her. Surely you've noticed.
So, he sent you to find out for him.
I just.
Well, you can tell him. We don't like people in this house. I mean, we like a great many people, but we don't like young men. Well, we do like young men, but we don't like young men who wonder about who we like. Meg is just too young and too smart to wonder about who wonders about her.
I better be going.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Oh. I'm sorry. Oh, forgive me.
It's fine.
Do you really want to go?
Not really. It's so dull at Grandpa's. And your house is so fun and lively.
I'm glad you like it here.
I was wondering, can I go to your place sometime?
I'll say, I'd love to have someone else play the villain for a change. That mustache makes me sneeze.
Oh, and I can fence too.
Really?
Really?
Watch. On guard. On guard. What say you?
A touch, I do confess.
Oh, Christian roller king, there's someone at the door. Miss March, Miss March. One of those telegram things.
His father. Oh, he's been wounded. He's at the hospital in Washington. I must go at once.
I'll ask Grandpa to get a carriage.
But who even there and their training and other expenses?
I'll go
We don't
get
have
it.
enough in our savings.
I'll go Gals get March.
We must help her pack.
The next few hours were spent preparing Marmee for her journey. I set out for Aunt March's house for my self-appointed mission. I thought a request to help Marmee get to father would be an unpleasant but simple task. I never imagined how my journey would end.
There, I think that's the last of it. Don't forget these, Mom. I wonder what could be keeping Joe.
We're here at waiting outside, and Grandma was along about a report for Mrs. March.
Thank you, Lori. Give my kindest regards to your grandfather. Beth, please care for my child. Yes,
Yeah, come on, shake it.
I wonder what could be keeping Joe.
Well, where is she? Where is she? Where is that foul-tempered daughter of yours?
I thought she was with you, Aunt March.
Not very likely, not after that visit. Here, take this. Goodness knows you'll need more than you asked for.
Thank you so very much.
Oh, pish, posh, and twaddle, you're too sentimental, you are. Now, do you know how to get there? You change trains in New York, horrid city, and you...
I'd not be there yesterday, ma'am. Mr. Lawrence was asking to accompany Miss March on the train to see if he gets to Washington City.
That's terribly kind, Miss Little. But really, there's no need.
It'd be my great pleasure to be of service to you and your family, Mrs. Lawrence. Besides, Mr. Lawrence has engaged some work for me to complete while I'm involved in this area. So you see,
That you're all terribly kind. Thank you. Thank you all so very much.
with your permission, I will load your luggage. I'll leave the note for you outside the carriage.
Thank you.
Sister Brooke, wait. I want to apologize for being less in the neighborhood than in the past. You've been very kind. You don't know what a relief it is for me and my sisters to know that Margaret has someone to look after her.
Thank you, Miss Margaret. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Where's Joe?
Now, make sure T-1 will wait for him.
Thank you. Beth, don't forget the Hummels while I'm away.
I won't, Marmee, I promise.
Someone might remember to look after me, too, once in a while, for a change. I hope all will turn out for the best. I doubt it will.
Thank you, Aunt March.
Good day.
Bye, Aunt March.
Bye, March. Thank you.
Yes, I'm here, no thanks to you. I had to get up, get dressed, and drive over here by myself because you're so stubborn. She doesn't get that from my side of the family. Good day, Josephine.
Oh, where've you been all this time? I'm getting sick. Totally over.
Oh, I went to Aunt March, and she croaked like she always does when someone asks her to open her purse. And, well, I just couldn't stand it. I lost my temper. There she is, griping about money when her own nephew is sick in the hospital. I couldn't stand it, and, well, here's my contribution.
$25? Where did you get it, Joe?
I only sold what rightfully belonged to me.
Oh, Joe, your hair.
Beautiful hair.
Oh, Joe, you shouldn't have.
Well, goodness gracious, it doesn't affect the state of the union. I only happened by a wig maker's shop and saw some tails of hair hanging with price tags on them. So I thought it would do me good to get my mop cut off, too. Well, turn this much if we're going to... Christopher Columbus, what happened to you? You look like a pork...
Oh, sorry. It's all right. I don't mind. It will grow back, and will be just as beautiful as before.
I like
But
it.
you will never be as more beautiful to me than you are right now. It will be easy for you to keep up.
Well, you're actually coming.
We'll have to hurry. Yes, you can't miss your train.
Yes, you're right.
Can we go with you?
No, it's better you stay here and carry on as usual. Remember to comfort one another. And Meg, you look after your sisters?
Yes, Mom.
Try to be more patient, Joe.
I will, Mommy.
And Meg, you don't forget the hummers?
I won't, Mommy, I promise.
Amy, you'll be it. Goodbye, my darlings. I'll keep this picture of you in my mind.
Goodbye,
God
Marty.
bless and keep us all.
Goodbye, Marty.
Bye, Marty. Bye. Oh, poor Joe, are you crying?
No, I won't. What's up here, Joe? Marty has Mr. Brooke to help her. And Father's is charming, I'm sure. It's not that.
Oh, what is it then?
My hair.
Father's convalescence in that Washington hospital lasted many months, and life in our little home soon found a simple domestic pattern in Marmy's absence. Our friendship with Lori continued to grow, and the surprising support and neighborly friendship of his grandfather was a boon to all of our spirits. I had worked furiously at my scribblings during that summer and begun sending off some of my manuscripts to publishers. Then an important letter arrived for me that fall.
Now we'll see what you've been up to with all your scribbling. Is this why you haven't had any time for me lately?
Return it now, Mr. Lawrence, or never speak to me again.
Fine. So, girl, first you say no secrets, then this.
This is different.
It's still a secret.
No.
Well, you can keep your secret, because I've got one too. A village one. And it's plummy.
Very.
Very.
Fine. You tell me yours, and I'll tell you mine.
Oh, fine, read yourself. Pay to the order of Miss Josephine March $1 for her story entitled The Phantom Hand. Well, what do you think of that? $1? Go on, laugh, but it's just a start.
One day, I'll get as high as 10.
I swear I'll never understand you, Joe March. Staying up in that attic, scribbling away, missing out on all the fun we'd be having, and for what? A measly $1? Joe, if it's money you want, I've got plenty of it.
Oh, it's not the money. Not really. It's a feeling I get. A strange, nervous feeling on the inside. It's my story, and soon it will be in print. People will read it. Something that I wrote.
Well, I understand it, but I suppose if it makes you happy.
Now, play fair, Teddy. What's your secret?
I know where Meg's missing glove is.
Is that
All. Ask me where it is.
Well, where is it?
Brooke. together at grandfather's party. Isn't it romantic? No, it's rubbish. I thought you'd be pleased. Pleased? And the thought of someone coming to take Meg away. Why does everything have to change just when it seems perfect? Meg used to share everything with me. Now she keeps to herself and thinks that
John is a lovely name, and brown eyes are beautiful.
well, I think it's sickly, sentimental, romantic rubbish, and you better not try to break up our family. You'll feel differently when someone tries to take you away, Joe March. I'll die a spinster rowing my own canoe before I let any man catch me. I'll get you, Joe March. Never!
Mr. Long.
Well, thank you for your assistance this afternoon, John.
My pleasure.
Good afternoon, Mr. Brooke.
Well, yes. Goodbye, John.
Goodbye. Nick.
I have never been so embarrassed in all my days. You're going to stop behaving like a child.
Not until I'm old and stiff and need a crutch. Don't make me rub for my time, Meg March. Better not having you change all of a sudden. Let me be a little girl as long as I can.
I haven't changed a bit. And it's time you stopped your roving ways. Just look at you. No combs, no hairpins, running down a road like a public horse.
I wish I were a horse.
Oh, you're such a child.
Well, I think I better be going now.
Joe, sorry, Maggie.
Hannah, where's Hannah?
Wow. What's the matter?
Hannah, don't come here. Please, I can sit to her. Just please get Hannah.
Okay, Hannah. Hannah, come quickly.
What's happening, Joe?
I don't know, Meg. Don't please.
What is it?
Joe, the baby's dead. Oh, hello, baby. Died in my lap. She seemed asleep, but suddenly she gave a cry. I tried to move her feet, but she lay so still that I knew she was dead.
Oh, Betty, it's not your fault.
The doctor came and said it was scarlet fever.
Oh,
Come on down. No, Amy, don't come here. I've never had it before. And I feel so strange.
Joe, help me get up to her room.
I'll be fine. I'll be alright.
Yes, of course you will, Beth.
You mess me here straight. I'll just leave you off to your obnoxious first bout for your own good.
I won't go. I won't. I don't have Scott to die if I go to warranty.
For heaven's sake, be quiet for once in your life, Amy.
You better be off this. Scarlet fever's no joke.
I'm just darling. She's cross.
I'll tell you what, I'll come and visit you every day. Every single day, on my honor.
And brings out a minute at the time.
The identical minute. See if I don't.
Well, all right.
There's a good girl.
The days dragged out slowly into weeks. Meg and Hannah and I kept a constant vigil near Beth's bedside. We sensed the slightest change in her person. Amy's notes arrived daily, but nothing could relieve our anxiety and sorrow as we began to sense just how frail Beth's full-on life had become.
Oh, Hannah, don't get up. I just need to see how she was doing.
Dr. Banks had expected the fever to be broken by now. I'm afraid we'll have to send for Miss March as soon as Meg returns.
Oh, Hannah.
You children begged me to telegram her weeks ago, but I was afraid of fretting her just yet. The doctor says the end may be very close. Miss Beth seems weaker every moment. Yes, miss. She doesn't even recognize us. I wish Marmy were here. She'd know what to do.
No, Mommy will be here soon. No, she won't. How could she? There isn't time. Joe, I got fidgety. So did Grandpa. So we sent Brooke for time. Should be here on the fast boat train.
Marmy? Here in a few hours?
Yes, Joe.
Oh, Lori! Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fly at you like that.
Fly me again. I really liked it.
No, thank you. I'll do it by proxy when your grandfather arrives. Oh, Teddy, if life is always as hard as this, how will we ever get through it?
We'll have fun games just soon. Just like old times again. You'll see.
I hope so. I truly do.
Well, I'm off to the station now, and I shan't sweat on business.
Dear Lord, if you must take Betty, please wait until Mom gets back. But, Lord, please don't take her, because she's such a... Oh, just please don't.
Oh, Hannah! I don't think I'll ever complain about anything else as long as I live.
We're to give her lots of woman for strength. As soon as she's able, she'll be well on the road to recovering a slap and a baby.
Oh, Hannah, you truly are an angel. What about Amy?
Sent for as soon as the doctor said. Is Beth resting now?
Yes, Hannah. I'll have her old linen stripped and fresh ones on in just a few minutes.
She's all right. The doctor said she's going to get well. Honey, you're back. Everything will be all right now. Amy! Amy! Beth is going to recover. Or Beth is going to recover.
Oh, Beth, I was so worried about you. I thought about you day and night. Are you doing well?
A will?
Just in case I die today.
A will?
You laugh. Alex, I love you. I brought him here. I sketched back in the class.
Oh, that's very thoughtful of you.
Of course, it's really dead. So that he died. No.
Pardon me, is this Martin?
It is indeed.
I have special delivery for you.
Well, this is plum. The whole March family back together again. I call this splendid. Really, I do.
As years passed, Father and Beth gradually regained much of their old strength. Yet Becky seemed more fragile than before, and all but Father acknowledged this. The bonds of friendship with our neighbors, the Lawrences, grew ever stronger until Lori seemed almost one of the family. One member of the Lawrence household seemed truly bent on joining our little family. And more disturbing still was the fact that Meg seemed all too willing to oblige his little whim.
What are you doing? Writing. I know that, but what about?
Well, I don't really know, but it looks as though it may very well may become a tragedy, depending on what you, the heroine, decides.
Well, do keep me posted.
I'll do my best.
Will you be watching this room much longer?
Why, are you expecting someone?
I? Of course not.
You are. You're expecting that Brooke man.
Don't be foolish. And if you happen to be referring to Mr. Brooke, then
I knew it. I knew it. You think you're in love with him, don't you?
Well, I haven't.
Well, I can tell you right now, you're not.
I'm not.
No. You see, I'm a writer. I write about real love all the time. And I can tell you, you have none of the symptoms. You eat fine, you sleep well, and you're not depressed. Clearly, you're not in love.
Well, I never thought.
So, there's no need for you to go off and do anything foolish like marrying that man.
I don't intend to marry any man.
Really? Well, cheers for you, Meg March.
Really. So silly. Who says he'll even ask for my hand at all? Oh, fine. If he does, I'll just say to him, quite calmly and politely, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid that I must agree with Fox. I am too young to enter into an engagement right now. But thank you, and I hope you can continue to be good friends in the future. How's that?
Good mistake. It wouldn't be polite just to send him back. So that's good. You just hand him his walking papers and things get back to normal around here.
Oh, it's him, Joe. I know it.
I'll clear out the way. Just remember, good and stiff. How I wish I could see his face. Good afternoon, Mr. Brooke. Meg's in the sitting room. She's been expecting you.
Oh, good. Well, I only come by because I saw my bed, and I went to where your father.
He's in the coat rack. It's reading the paper. I'll work.
Is something the matter with him? Have I upset you somehow? You don't be angry with me.
How could I be? You've been so kind to our family. I only wish I could be proud.
Should I tell you how?
Please don't. Please go away and leave me alone.
You mean that?
Yes. Yes, I do.
When you think about it, I'll wait for you.
I wish you would. Now, please.
What's this? What's going on here?
Aunt March.
There's some mischief going on here, and I insist on knowing what it is.
It's just Mr. Brooke.
Brooke, that boy's tutor? Oh, I see it all now. He's proposed, hasn't he?
Please, he'll hear you.
Have you accepted him? Do you intend to marry this cook?
Please.
Let me tell you, if you marry this hook or crook fellow, not one penny of my money goes to you.
I shall marry who I please that much, and you can leave your money to anyone you
Now
please.
be reasonable. You have a duty to your family to marry a rich man. You can be sure that this hook fellow knows you have a rich relation, and that's why he wants to marry you.
Why, how dare you say such a thing? My daughter would no more marry for money than I would.
Tight up with this independence. Well, you'll be sorry for it when you've tried love in a cottage and find it a failure.
It can't be worse than what one finds in a big empty house.
Well, never. Do as you please. No one listens to my good advice. But remember, the day you marry him is the day I disinherit you. Now, Oh, you may have to get what I can. Goodbye.
I could not help overhearing Nick for attending me. And thanks to that March, whom that you do come up, we just agreed here.
And you asked her how much till she said all these dreadful things. Yesterday.
Marty! Marty! Come quick downstairs! Come quick! John working that thing dreadfully, and Meg likes it! Meg did like it, and despite all my protestations, she and John Brooke were married that summer. And Laurie must have had his head turned by all the festivities, for he was foolish enough to try to talk to me about marriage. To me! I quickly set him straight on that point, but our friendship became strained, which caused me great sadness. Another unexpected cause of grief came as Amy continued to stay at Aunt March's. Surprisingly enough, Aunt March found Amy's personality more to her liking than mine, and asked Amy to accompany her to Europe on my trip. I was devastated, but Amy was a dear, and I soon reconciled myself to the idea. I grew restless, though, and decided I needed a change. So I moved to New York and began work in a boarding house, writing and writing all the time, and making lots of new friends. Aunt March informed me that Laurie and Mr. Lawrence had also booked passage to the continent. However, during those long days before we set sail, no calling card for my dear Teddy ever arrived. Laurie's intended slight wounded me every bit as deeply as he had hoped, but no experience in my early life had prepared me for the telegram I received several months later. So it was with a strange mix of emotions that I returned home to Concord after receiving that urgent message.
Joe, dear, it's so good to have you back again. Good to be back. Bad evening. Oh, I've got so much to tell you.
It's good to see you, Joe. We do take a chance. Good night, my girls. Good night, Marty.
Good night, Father.
Good night, Father.
All right, presents first.
Oh, Joe, you're so thoughtful.
Go on, play it. I thought I could accompany you while you play, since you haven't had me to croak along lately.
I don't play anymore.
Oh, I almost forgot to tell you what I've been working on. A book.
A whole novel?
Yep.
May I read it?
I didn't really need it published in them. I left it with Professor Bear.
You must be very fond of him.
I am. He's really the reason I wrote this. He said it was time I wrote about people and places I knew, instead of a bunch of made-up people and places I'd never seen.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
What's your book about?
About you, Becky. Well, all of us, really. The March family, and all the fun we used to have.
All right, Joe. You don't have to cry.
I'm not. It's just that I get so lonely sometimes. For Meg and Amy, and all the fun times we used to have.
Don't tell anyone this, Joe. Don't tell Father and Mommy. But I don't want to tell anyone this but you, Joe. I can feel myself slipping away each day like you're tired going out.
Oh, Beth, don't say that.
Doesn't that sound funny? Me telling you. Me, the little cricket by the heart. Always content to stay where it is. And you being Meg and Amy dream of flying away. I suppose it's my turn to fly away first. It's all right, Joe. You don't have to be afraid of me. I know. I'm not afraid anymore. But love is the only thing we can take with us when we go. And I have so much of it. It'll make the end easier. But you must take my place for Father and Mama. They will turn to you for help.
I will, Beth. You know.
Yes, Joe. I know. Thank you. I feel like I can rest now.
With Beth's passing came the fulfillment of my promises to her, and each passing day filled our thoughts with the brief but special memories of our time with her. Often I awoke at night thinking Beth had called me, but when the sight of her empty bed brought me to tears, Marmy's arms were always there to gather me up, soothe me with their touch and their silent love. Yet each day slowly lost some of its bitter pain as her memory was rendered more serene. And with the turning of the seasons, time brought new life and unexpected change into the March household once more.
Joe? Joe? Hannah and I are going over to Meg's to read the wedding party. Father and John are driving her straight from the station. I know Amy's excited to see you. She and Lori missed us so much at their wedding. Yes. Won't you be considering going with us?
No, Marmy, I'll be fine. Besides, we need someone to keep the fires burning until the entourage gets here. I'll be seeing Aunt March soon enough.
I suppose you're right. I'm just worried, though. We've all had burdens to bear lately, but I find my mind turning to you most often.
Are you all right, Jane? I know how disappointed you were when Aunt Marcia and Amy in your place. And then,
Is it the marriage, Joe?
No.
Everything worked out just as it should have. It's just that I feel lonesome. Lonely and sad. Sad for the days that can never come back. Perhaps if Lori had proposed to me now, I would have accepted him. Just because it means more to me to be loved than it used to. Your time will come. No, Mommy, I don't think I should ever get married.
you've always known what you want, Joe, and you have the courage to follow it through. Your time will come, and it will be right, because you know what it is you've been waiting for all your life.
We've got to shake our tail feathers, Miss March, unless you want to miss her arrival.
Yes, thank you. I'm going to put the kettle on. I'll be back with the news before you know it.
Man! Guess who? Lori! Oh, Lori! Oh, but where are the others? Meg and Mommy, Hannah and Marmy just left.
They're still at Meg's. I want to see you alone, Joe. I want to say one thing and we'll put it away from you.
You don't need to say it, Lori. It was meant to be.
I know that now.
You were so headstrong and certain then.
Well, things will be back to normal, just like old times around here.
No, Lori. It won't be the same. We aren't playmates anymore. We're man and woman. But we can be brother and sister and love and help each other forever.
Yes, I'll.
Where is she? Where's little Joe?
Oh, Amy! Oh, just look at you. Beautiful.
Joe, just
Oh, don't pick on that. But I'm so happy for you to think that I'd ever see the day when you would turn our dear Lori into a henpecked husband.
No welcome home for me, Miss Congeniality.
Welcome home.
Not at all. Not at all. Look at me, spending all this money on fancy foreign doctors and medicinal baths, all for what? To come home on a day like today. Oh, my rheumatism. Europe isn't at all like they say it is. It's so foreign. They refuse to speak English to me, just babble, babble, babble all the time. I have no doubt they understood every word I said, but they wouldn't listen to me.
People are the same all over the world. I'll go sit at tea service.
Thank you, Nana.
So tell me all about Europe.
What's there to tell? A wretched collection of ancient, run-down buildings and filthy, filthy streets.
But in Europe, visitors are picturesque.
Charles, good response.
Yes, my wife has quite a way with words.
Yes, we're all quite familiar with it, Mr. Lawrence.
Now tell us what your plans are once you've settled in.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you rode 6 white horses, ate off golden plates, and wore diamond rings, because Teddy thinks nothing is too good for her.
Joe, really?
This is for you, Joe. Just drive back in. But I wasn't expecting anything. Go ahead and open it, Joe. It's my book. Oh, Joe! How wonderful. It's from Professor Bear. He says, a friend of mine here in New York has agreed to publish your wonderful novel. He has great hopes for it. I have never read another piece with such simple truth and beauty. Fondly, Fritz Bear.
That's my Joe.
Oh, I'm so proud of you, Joe. My best for Josephine Marsh.
Oh, no.
Oh, Joe.
Joe.
dedicated with love to my sister Beth. My mind drifts back to that Christmas Eve so long ago, when nothing in our little home seemed wrong, and nothing in the world outside seemed right.
Great job.
Great job. Thank you so much, this cast, and the others here may take a few refreshments while we change our garments for one more play.